I am ready. I am focused. I'm a fighter. I'm more than enough. I'm a winner. I'm a champion. You can't just speak the words. You must feel them. And you must believe them. Repeat them every day. Let them soak into your subconscious. Let the power be.
It's real. It's real. No, I didn't summon. I only added for adding number to. I'm coming. Give me some stuff.
Replace I want with I am. Instead of saying I want to be rich, say I am rich. I am wealthy. Say it. Feel it. Feel it until you believe it. I am powerful. I am strong. I am successful. I am abundant. I am rich. I am determined. I am focused. I am disciplined. I am capable of anything. I am a powerful creator. I am limitless. I am. I am. Thoughts are powerful. Thoughts lead to action. Actions over time become habits. And habits lead to long, lasting results.
I'm coming. Yeah, I'm coming. I will sort that one out.
If you speak negativity into your life, it will show up in your life. What you speak, believe, and feel, you will become. Oh, good. Thoughts turn into beliefs, and you believe it, the more it will become a part of your identity. And then you will start acting like a person that has those things. James Allen once said, "A man is literally what he thinks." We can complete sum all its thoughts. Our thoughts create our destiny.
I believe. I believe. I believe. Positive self-talk is important because without belief in self, you can never grow. The tongue and words have power stronger than anything you can ever imagine. But you speak is real life you become. So make sure you speak in love and prosperity. Make sure you speak in belief and joy. Make sure you believe in the dream.
You must not only write the affirmations, you must speak them. You must not only speak them, you must feel them as real. Every fiber of your body. Think, feel, believe, and you will become.
Every day you wake up, you should tell yourself, I'm enough. Everything I need to accomplish my goal is live right inside of me. So we have create and take advantage of every time. I will stay ready. So I never have to be ready. I am enough. I am enough.
Let me just get what we need to do. So we need to replace maybe where you set it that it works outstanding. Anywhere you set it that it works outstanding. You need to stand here.
Ain't no elevator to the top. You got to take the stage. The elevator don't go to the top, man.
You can send the YouTube to people. We are live on YouTube.
You have control.
Yeah, we need to.
This will. You're the captain,
It on the group.
you're the master, you're the foreman, you're the general, you're the head. Don't give control of this to nobody.
Dr. Aline,
Get off the instrument.
I need to plug it together.
Get off all
I need
this
to get
stuff
something from the laptop
and get into
so that it will not go up. So give me a ball mask and get it. Dr. Aline,
you can just
go send the link to you. Send the link to us. Right. And I'm sending on the.
the difference to be successful is
Send it to 2.8. That's what I want to do.
if you want to be successful, you have to change this. This has listen to me. It's not what makes it hard is your lack of belief that it can happen for you. The fact of it is, though, it's very doable. See, what you got to change, though, if you keep doing what you've been doing, you're going to keep getting what you've been getting.
Shaman, please can you let me do that? I can't find. I'll send it. Just let me send the link to the group. I want to do that. I'll do that straight away.
You have to make a conscious decision that you're going to change.
And your laptop take us like 5-10 minutes before so I could think about it. I will start. When we start, we'll not quickly go on. Yeah.
This decision is yours and yours alone. You get to decide. Mediocre, happy, sad. You have a decision.
Hello? My
If
question
you
is
realize
about
the majority of people that belong to us. As a matter of fact, fathers are not other people. They're not shapers.
all right, thank you
They're not
everybody.
decision.
Good afternoon. I need to, so you have the link, right? I asked my office. So I'm sending the link to, I will send to people that invited them, but don't send to them. I don't know what someone will send it. We don't share the link with them. Once again, let me welcome everybody here. This afternoon, we are sorry that we're just for starting this. Yesterday, we started 11 o'clock on the top floor. Due to logistics, we actually started late this morning. I'm very glad and happy that we were able to call here to make sure that we made extra money, legal money first. And the money that was above it now, you can make noise in your account. So I'm going to admonish us if your phone is on ringing tone, you will just make sure so that you can know when it comes into your phone. I don't want us to be distracted by phones. And money is very important. So let me say that 30% of mass problem is money. So things that people are trying to think about, you can see you will not start about it. So they have to invest in your business. Having said that, let me hand over to the trainer of the from Africa, Mr. Our here yesterday, we already have a taste of the soup that is there. At least I'm investing. I don't know what I want to share about what the 10 pounds will be called.
If you're live, you're already live.
All right, so between yesterday and now, almost $1,000.
It's not made 1,000. You made over 1,000.
With a proof on my phone. It's not something. Yeah, I have 1,150 my account. My account is $1,980. Between yesterday and now. I mean, if I can make $1,000, I'm sure you are going to go to the week. I'll just this other into history and I can do some other things. And that's just with $1,000 equating actually. So imagine that you have more funds to play with and you follow instruction. Ladies and gentlemen, with a lot of vision, let's welcome the general of forex trading, it's 19%. Calling the chairman, Julia, is the last from
All right. How's everyone doing? Great to be here. Please click on emoji because I'm basically using the camera. Hello, YouTube Live. Great to connect with everyone. I'm excited to be the speaker of the Great to connect with everyone here and available time yesterday. We have 3 sessions yesterday. We have the morning session, which started by Maryland Eastern or Central Standard Time. All right, so which started by 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and go through to about 12 p.m. 12 p.m. I beg your pardon. Then the afternoon session started by 12. Then
11 to 1, 3 to 5.
Oh, yeah, 11 to 1, 3 to 5, to 6 8. So great tonight, this morning, to once again, each and every one of us. It's actually my joy and privilege to be able to educate, to be able to empower, to be able to enrich people with the knowledge that I've got. And I'm entirely grateful to God for the opportunity to be able to implement this skill. And you know, whatever God will do for you, He only do through the instruments that He commands. So many years ago, God linked me up to my mentor, a gentleman that Dr. David who is in Houston, Texas. I chatted with him this morning. And he introduced me to forex trading, and I started learning this. And that was one of the best introductions that someone has ever given me. Just imagine that he was just chatting on my I woke up by 1 a.m. I woke up 1 a.m. this morning. I woke up and she called me. I was like, 1 a.m. in America. But the unfortunate part for me is once I wake up that way, I can't sleep again. So I now have to sleep. Now, in staying awake, I maximize my time. I maximize. Put it on the group. I'm sure it's also going to show you. I put $700 in my account, and I do that account between 1 a.m. and this morning. I put $300 in an account. I send the screenshot to the group. On the group, everybody saw it. I send the screenshot of the amount, $307 actually, that I funded the account with, and I sent how much the account has done. $500. So that's the power of this. All right. So you're able to multiply money. You're able to multiply money. It is the stress of money issues. Too much hassle about money. Can we just solve the money issue and get it out of the way? All right. You know, the Lord Jesus said, I am come that ye may have life and have it more. So I'm coming to the US that you can pay off your debts and pay off your debts completely. Because I see that the Christian people have paid your you're always indebted to the government. And that's how the system was designed. The system was they can't hear me well. Please increase the volume. Yeah, increase your volume. I think she said the people on that. So people on Instagram Live, can you hear me well? Hey, my brother is right there, Chairman. Chairman Bawoni. Great to have you here. So Chairman, please let me know. Can you hear me properly? The people on Zoom, is that Zoom? Chairman, great to have you. Please, if you can hear me well, anyone on Instagram, please let me know. If you can hear me properly, let me know, please. Your volume is good. It's good. Okay, YouTube. All right, so the volume on YouTube is okay now. Please, I need someone on Instagram to let me know if you can hear me well. Chamanido, can you hear me, please? Can you join? So join Instagram. Let me know if you can. Let's go to my channel. Go to my Instagram. The link is on the website. Let me know. Oh, they can hear me. Fantastic. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. So when my daughter woke me up by 1 a.m. this morning, I decided to trade, and I took $307, and I did that in my trading account. And by 4 a.m. this morning, I brought that money to $8,500. So that's the power of the skill, your ability to multiply money, your ability to grow money, and your ability to take any amount of money and multiply it. All right. So what this skill does for you is to help you to feed 5,000 men, besides women and children, with 5 loaves of bread and fish. So you can work miracles. Hello, doctor. You can work miracles. You can feed 5,000 men, besides women and children, with 2 loaves of bread and 5 fishes. With 5 loaves of bread and 5 loaves of bread and 5 fishes. If not, how do you expect taking $1,000 and taking $307 and putting $1,500 in a couple of hours? How many hours do you need to work in there to earn $1,500? No, I mean you to earn that money in a day. So what would take them 1 week to earn is what I did in how many hours? No, it's more than 3 hours. 1 a.m. So that's what I did in 3 hours. So that's why you see what is going to determine what's out of there. Your willingness to times your willingness. Everyone seated here, you're willing to learn. That's why you left your job. You left this morning, you're seated. So that shows me how willing to learn. So it's called your teachability index. The teachability index. Your willingness to learn times your willingness to change. So how coachable are you? How coachable are you? How teachable are you? I was telling the doctor this morning on our way there, I said, if you want to make money, do exactly what I tell you. Don't do anything outside what I tell you. Yesterday, I left Chicago, was it yesterday? Yeah. So today, someone I left in Chicago yesterday, I think yesterday I helped him about $700. By now he would have made over $1,000. I told him, don't do exactly what I tell you. You remember the wedding in Kenya? What did the mother of Jesus say to them? She said to them, do exactly what he said. So if you will do exactly, you will be humble enough to do exactly what I tell you. I no guarantees in the forex market. But you see, always give you an edge. You do exactly what I said. So that is your teachability index. Your willingness to learn times your willingness to change. So how teachable and coachable are you? The fact that you're here means that you're willing to learn. But the question is going to be, are you willing to change? You're your own now. I'm taking a session. I will monitor it for you. All right. So, how coachable are you on a scale of 1 to 10? So, the fact that you're all seated here this morning, you didn't go to work, you left your appointment, it shows me that you're willing to learn. So, you don't have any problem with the willingness to learn. But the fact that it might be a challenge is the willingness to change. The willingness to change. Because if your willingness to learn is a 10, your willingness to learn this information, that's what you're here. So doctor called you yesterday and you left everything you're here, right? He called you. So you need your willingness to learn. Now, the challenge is going to be your willingness to change. What is your willingness to take the information that I'm going to share with you this morning and apply it in your life? Because it's not the learning that you reach you, it's the application of knowledge that you reach you. So if your willingness to learn is a 10, but your willingness to change is a 0, 10 times 0 is 0. It means you're not willing to learn, you're not coachable, you're not teachable, you can as well just take your laptop and go home and play. So on a scale of 1 to 10, what is your teachability index? And you know that in the process of learning, you need to unlearn. Someone says that the ignorance of this century will not be men who do not know how to read and write. But the ignorance of this century, or the ignorance of this century, will be men who do not know how to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Men who do not know how to learn, unlearn, and relearn. So are you willing to unlearn the things that you used to know? All right? Pastor Enoch was willing to learn the things he used to know, because the things with all the knowledge he had in America, he never made $1,000 in one night. What helped him to do $1,000 in one night? He was willing to unlearn and relearn. He was willing to unlearn and relearn. So you must be willing to change. All right? Many of us, if you have any challenge in life, with our health, financial challenge, whatsoever side of challenge, challenge your trend. Okay, pull out a book and a pen. Can you write a book challenge? Can you write it down? If you don't have a notebook and a pen, can you do it on your phone? But ensure, just be sure this is a practical class. You're participating. All right. The author of the book says showing up is 10%, participation. So if you show up and you don't participate, you're really losing out. So have you written out the word challenge, right? So I want you to circle out the first 3 letters of the word challenge and the last 3 letters of the word challenge. Circle it out. The first 3 letters of the word challenge and the last 3 letters of the word challenge. Okay. Fantastic. Please, can you help me celebrate Dr. here? Can you help me put your hands together for me? Can you help me put your hands together for me? Archbishop Benson is also person the person who has sung, you can clap. So much good. So if you are having any challenge, if you are going through any challenge in your life, what that calls for is for you to change. Change the way you think. All right? Change the way you think. Change the information that you're taking in. Because the information that you're taking in consistently, that determines how you think. All right? That determines how you think. Because the repetition of information that you take in is going to form a mental paradigm. That paradigm will decide how you think. The way you think will determine the things you do, and the action you take will determine the result you get. So what information are you surrounding yourself? If you're constantly listening to CNN and everything you're hearing is negative, you keep feeding your mind with negative vibration, negative information, that is negative because your thoughts controls your life. So you must be willing to change as you get this information. You must be willing to change the way you see money, the way you do things. You must absolutely be willing to change. You must be willing to change. So that's your teachability. Now, this information that I'm sharing with us this morning, it's not originally mine. I learned it. I learned it from my mentor, Mr. David Monte. He didn't create the information, he learned it elsewhere. Now, remember yesterday I told us that wealth is taught. You can learn how to get wealth. All right? Are we together? You can learn how to get wealthy. So why do you think the agencies and the occults they teach? They have books that teach you certain things how to do things. Have you seen any professional basketball player who doesn't have a coach? Have you seen any professional athlete who doesn't have a coach? Have you seen any professional footballer who doesn't have a coach? So, how come by some mystery you think you become wealthy without having a money coach? Isn't that amazing? If you want to be successful in any area of your life, you get a coach. To be a world-class athlete, you need a coach. To be a world-class footballer, you need a coach. If you want to build this car, you need a coach, you need a trainer, through. And you want to be wealthy, and you don't have a financial mentor. You know that amazing. And you wonder why you're broke. You wonder why you're broke. Wealth is not what you pursue. Wealth is what you attract by the person you become. So wealth is an attraction. Wealth is not created by the physical exertion of energy. How much energy did Pastor Enoch exert? And he was in church, he was in Shiloh. Don't let me stop here that you're making money. Because the church is you're making money. For me, I was in my bedroom, seated on the chair. So how much energy did I exert between the hours of 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. to take $300 and grow it to $1,500? Zero energy. Zero physical energy, but a lot of mental energy. So wealth is not created by hard work. Wealth is not created by hard work. Wealth is deliberate. Remember yesterday, I also told us that wealth is spiritual. Wealth is what? Spiritual. I know we are largely African here, and of course, when we talk about something being spiritual, I know where our mind goes to. Because, all right? Remember the witch in your village. The old woman in your village. You people in the US does not affect you. People are far away from Africa. So the witch in your village should not be able to affect you. So wealth is spiritual. And when I talk about the spiritual side of wealth, I'm not talking about prayer. Prayer is fine. But remember yesterday I told us that Bishop David Oyedepo said money does not answer prayer. Money has no regard for your pastor. Money makes a mockery at your pastor. That's why Nigeria is the most prayerful nation on the planet. Yet Nigeria has the poorest people on the planet. Because in Nigeria we pray about everything. We pray about what we should do, and we pray about what God should do. We even pray about the thing that God has given us the ability to do. He has given us the ability. But for us, no, we need to pray about that. Now, the truth of the matter is, when it comes to wealth creation, the spiritual side is more potent. The spiritual side is more powerful than the physical side because it's a word of duality. So you have in and in and out. You have black and it's a word of duality. You have up and it's a word of duality. Whatever you see in the physical first has a spiritual connection. All right? So wealth is spiritual. And when we're talking about the spiritual side of wealth, it's not focus, like you said. We're talking about the ideas. We're talking about inspiration. So ideas, inspiration, the motivation. Wealth creation is 10% aspiration and 90% inspiration. Wealth creation is 10% aspiration. Wealth creation is just 10% physical exertion energy. The reason why black people walk themselves to death in the Western world is because we have been programmed to believe that wealth has anything to do with the angels. Who have never walked into become wealthy. I get so tired of it. Yeah, I have some friends here. Some of them in 1 week they don't step in their house from this job to this job. So they can't do anything. Yesterday I was talking with one. Just 8,000. So why are you doing all this job? They keep sleeping. Well, that was what the system was designed for. The system was designed to be costly. So the ideas, and when you are busy working, Pastor was very upset yesterday, and people are being 9 to 5. They should have been here. When you're busy working, you don't have the time to think. You don't have the time to think. When I was in Chicago, I called my cousin. What? So the spiritual side of one, the ideas, the thoughts, the inspiration, the motivation, the vision, the dream, the goal. I have a vision note from yesterday. Those that were here in the morning session have a vision note. So you need to constantly look at it. He says, what you constantly behold, you will become. What you constantly behold, you will become. So the assignment that I gave today on the vision, how many of us carried it out? Okay, I think 10 times before you go to bed. 10 times. I'm so happy and grateful now. All right. So for someone whose goal is $1,000 a day, I'm so happy and grateful now that I earned $10,000 a day in my forex trading. Yeah, we will get. So the goals, the dreams, the ideas, the inspiration, the vision, that is way more important. Now you see, how is unimportant if why? How to do the job. You know what you do, most people, you confine yourself with the how. I got much of that question yesterday, but I've never traded before. I don't know how to trade. Doctor even told me I've never traded before. So, sorry, I like all this, but the challenge is I don't know how to trade. So I asked him before he went to medical school. What's the name of that person? Psychology. He's a psychologist. So I asked him that Before you got admission to the university to study toxicology, how much of toxicology do you know?
Zero.
You said zero. I said, because you see, we occupy ourselves with the how. The how is not important. I've never had that. He who knows how will get the job, but he who knows why will be his boss. The how is irrelevant if the why is known. I had no idea that I was going to meet you. But because of vision, I bought a flight ticket. I boarded the flight for how many hours? So what gave me the impetus that when I come here, people are going to show up and look at all the people that showed up. From yesterday, we have 3 sessions. So how did I know that you're going to show up? What? I just bought my flight ticket. I carried my luggage. I landed Dallas. The next morning, I took off to Chicago. We picked up from the airport and we drove to Indiana. Finished from Indiana. We came back to Chicago. Had a meeting in Chicago. I got to the airport. Missed the flight. Then the big question: buy another ticket for $500. I want Nigeria when I did that math, $500. Then they said to me, people will be here. What do we tell them? I said $500. No problem. Go ahead and buy. So I bought an emergency ticket for $500 just to be here. Guess what? Between the house and the airport, I made $700. Between the house and the airport, before I boarded the flight, I made $700, took a screenshot and dropped it off. And yesterday we took it. Now, what gave me the temerity? What gave me the audacity to be able to spend $500 in my own currency? That's about 900,000 naira. That's some people's 6 months salary. I'm buying flight tickets just to have to meet up with this meeting. Because I learned a skill. I had no physical evidence that you were going to show up today. I had no physical evidence that I was going to meet him yesterday. I had no physical evidence that I was going to come and you were going to show up. I had no physical evidence that vision is a right of vision. Make plain that the Lord will be. So the vision is for an appointed time. It shall speak and not lie. So this is the vision that is speaking. You're living through that vision. Because our vision is to empower, to educate, get out of there, 500,000 Africans in the African continent and in the diaspora. That's what brought me here. Okay? So you must have a vision. What direction is your life going? Remember the story of Alice in the Wonderland? Alice said, was asking the cat for direction, and the cat said, where are you going? And Alice says, anywhere. You're going anywhere, it doesn't matter. Any road will lead you here. So what's your vision? What direction is your life going? Are you just moving from hand to mouth? So our vision in 2.0 is to show you that systematically get you out of debt. It's not going to happen overnight, all right? Because forex trading is not a 100 meters dash. Forex trading is a marathon. Forex trading is not 100 meters dash. It is a marathon, all right? You use for precept of just one precept line online, get ready to and get ready to. So yesterday I asked you, how much do you want to make in the day? Someone said $10,000 in the day, $5,000 in the day. I mean, we need $5,000 in the day for capital. Let's start from somewhere. So can I show you how to do $50 a day on your phone? Can I show you how to do $1,000 a day? Can I show you how to do $500 a day? Without sweating. Hello. Without being out in the cold. We walk through that. That's why I want to live here. money. How? People go to work by 6 a.m. inside this. Yeah. So what if you can pay your bill without having to be out there? What if I can show you a system? Who remembers our definition for the acronym system yesterday? You don't remember? We say the acronym for the word system is what? Save yourself time, energy, and money. Save yourself time, energy, and money. So what if we can show you a system that saves you time, that saves you energy? How would you answer? See, you might want to write it. Rich people create value for transactions without being physically present in the process that creates the transaction. Rich people create value for transactions without being physically present in the process that creates the transaction. It's only poor people who believe that they always have to be physically present before. Rich people create value for transactions without being physically present in the process. What do rich people do? They build systems. So once you have a system in place, you don't have to go. The system will work whether you show up. It's called what? OMOB is a system. OMOB 2.0 is a system that shows you how to get out of debt without you being physically present every day. So he was in his house this today, then he was earning the person was earning money. I just put on the list and get together. Because I think like I told them that was around 2 a.m. The people in Nigeria making money, people in the UK making money, people in Canada, of the same system. So we put together a system where you do not have from the point of your brow. So when you turn it, you're trying to walk in under a cross. Have you read the second part? Christ has redeemed us from the curse of the law. He made a curse for us. For the curse is everyone who hangs on the tree, that the blessing of faith cannot by him upon them than by faith. So the spiritual side of the creation. I know yesterday we were looking at the definition of a good man. How many of us remember the definition of a good man? We say a good man is what is good in the sight of God. You know, in my sight, hello. So Auntie gave us this great news to you without please let me say. So can you imagine what vision can do? Vision can create a venue for you in America with someone you've never met and you're not paying for it. What she's done, she's a good thing, right? But in the sight of the so the God says, a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. So in the sight of God, for you to be a good man, you need to be able to build wealth for 3 generations. First generation, you can't live wealth if you're not wealthy yourself. So you must build enough wealth to take care of yourself. You build enough wealth that you do what legacy that you pass over to your children. And that wealth has to last long enough for your grandchildren to be everything. That's what makes you good in the sight of God. Now, the reason why this industry is very powerful is that this is the only knowledge that you can quit your children. This is the only knowledge that you can do what? They quit your children. So I have a master's degree, right? Can I hand over my master's degree certificate to my son? And he will now take it and go, this is my father. I inherited this master's degree Will it work? And I taught him how to trade. And he traded. Yesterday, he withdrew money from his trading account. He's 18. I started teaching him how to trade when he was in JS1. Today, he's a master trader. I don't consider him. I say he trades better than me now. Because I remember many years ago, I told him, listen, I will teach you this skill that you don't have to work for your life. My dressing and he doesn't like the game for this. He wants to do his own training and but very soon he started taking. So wealth creation is spiritual, it's not a physical extraction of energy. Nobody has ever become wealthy by working hard. When they tell you go to school, study very hard, so that when you come out you can get a good job. Please tell them to make how many persons that went through that route. Elon Musk, how many degrees does he have? Mark Zuckerberg, how many degrees does he have? Aliku Dangote, how many masters degrees does he have? Probably Tony Lu has some master's degree as a banker. I don't know if he has any. I think he should. Femi Otedola, I don't know if he has a family of degrees. What's the guy that owns the club? How many master's degrees does he have? They employ thousands. So why are you killing yourself? There's nothing wrong with formal education, right? Listen, formal education will give you a job. Wealth education will make you rich. Formal education will give you a job. Wealth education will make you rich. So I focus my attention because I said to myself, when a doctor, when someone goes to the university to study medicine, so he's studying medicine, he goes to the medical school, he graduates, he gets employment, right? What do they give him at the end of the month? They pay him a salary. So the end of becoming a medical doctor is to earn salary through. So I think that myself, why don't they just teach us our money? If the end game of everything is teach us our money. Has it amazed you that practically all the professors who teach banking and finance, none of them took one back? The University of Jos where I went to, I didn't see any professor who not even a microfinance bank. And I thought there was something wrong, so I went to the business department, those who teach us business management. If they are teaching us how to manage businesses, then they should own businesses. So I said to myself, it means that these people only know the theory of money, they don't know the practicals of money. Now, when I stop this business. So if you want theoretical knowledge, you listen to them. I don't have anything like this. So my children all they all went to very good school. And the benchmark in our house is first class. All right? But if wealth is what you desire, then you need to study wealth. Because yesterday I asked them, I'm going to ask that question again. Sir, if someone would be excuse me, sir, someone would be a medical doctor, what should he study? If someone would be a lawyer, what should the person study? Still study law. If someone, your son wants to be an engineer, what should the person study? Engineering. So how many of us have to be well? You want to be well? Okay, so the next question is, how many of us here is really well to study well? So how come every other thing in life you need to study to become? Then when it comes to the issue of wealth, you think you become wealthy by default. Wealth is not created by default, wealth is deliberate. Wealth is not created by default. The only people that think you can become wealthy by default are poor people. And that's why they are poor. If you need to study engineering to history. You need to study medicine to be a doctor. You need to study law to be a lawyer. You need to study pharmacy to be a pharmacist. What makes you think that you just become wealthy by default? You know that even if your parents are multi-billionaires and they don't teach you how that wealth was created, and they pass over that wealth to you, you know you're going to lose them. We will have lots of them. Children of billionaires and billionaires in Nigeria, and now they are broke. And you're passing. You know that one time used to be the wealthiest man in this town. Hello? We have lots of them. Because it's a law. There's a law that says the wisdom to sustain any wealth is found in the process that created the wealth. You need to write that down. The wisdom to sustain any wealth is found in the process that created the wealth. So if you were not in the process that creates wealth, I don't care how much money is defeated, you're going to eventually lose that. The wisdom to sustain any wealth is found in the process that creates wealth. If you're not in the process that created the wealth, I don't care how much money is bequeathed you, the goal is buying wealth. Because if you're not in the process that created the wealth, I don't care.
They should have back.
I don't No, don't come out. The wisdom to sustain any wealth is found in the process that creates the wealth. If you're not in the process, so that's why this is a practical session. I'm not just telling you why, I'm showing you why we are practical. So you need to learn the process. Please say with me: process, practice, patience, profit. Process, practice, patience, profit. The wisdom to sustain any wealth is found in the process. Have you seen people who steal a lot of money in Nigeria? Have you also noticed that a few months after they leave office, they become broke? You know, lots of them, some even borrow money. Yeah, and they will call them honorable. Why? He was not in the process that created that billions that he was giving. So he doesn't have the wisdom to sustain that money. Have you read it? Jeremiah puts it succinctly. He says, as an ostrich that sitteth on eggs and hatcheth it not, so is he that getteth wealth and not by right. He shall leave it in the midst of his days, and at his end. As an ostrich that sitteth on eggs and hatcheth it not, so is he that getteth wealth and not by right. He shall leave it in the midst of his days, and at his end he shall be a fool. The wisdom to sustain any wealth is found in the process. Which one? Oh, it's the Jeremiah. As an ostrich that sitteth on eggs and hatcheth it not, so is he that getteth wealth and not by right. He shall leave it in the midst of his days, and at his end he shall be a fool. The wisdom to sustain any wealth is found in the process. More important than the wealth is the process. Because if you do the process, you can always create the wealth. It doesn't matter what they take from. Therefore, he says, Moses knew the ways of God, but the children of Israel knew the acts of God. So it was Moses who always will create the act because he knows the way. Why am I able to give them trades after trades after trades, and I can give 10 trades in a day at the only profit? Why? I know the way. He says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. So in forex, I am the way, the truth, and the life. So clap for me. So then it's possible for you to live a debt-free life. Is it possible to have to wake up every day and whether you enter the fold or not, you earn money? Someone said, so if you don't go to work, who will do the work? You will always be who will do the work. Jesus said, the poor you always have a money, no matter what you do. Because even the people here, it's not everybody that is going to connect with what I'm saying. That's not how it is. Why? I don't know, but that's how it is designed. He says the poor will always have among you, but he did not say you have freedom. So it's your choice. Someone said it's my choice. But I choose to be rich. I choose to be wealthy. I choose to be wealthy. I choose to be wealthy. Wealthy options. So if I wasn't wealthy, I will have no option. I have to wait for the flight that they rebooked for me, which was going to leave Chicago by 11 a.m. And the route, I don't know how they booked that flight. They routed it through Atlanta. So I leave Chicago by 11 a.m. I was right here. I don't know when multi-millionaire. I said, Pastor, tell them. He said, let me book another flight for you. He said, okay, I'll book the flight, though. It's 500. I said, the rest. I will pay out 12. I was like, so I get from Chicago to Maryland. I didn't even know what I need to do 12 hours. God punish poverty. So we mean God punish poverty. My mentor lives here in America. He doesn't buy anything. It doesn't matter what he's buying, whether it is Rolls Royce stock, anything is cash. He doesn't do payment plan. That's what he does. So you must recheat your mindset by the information that you constantly take in, because the repetition of information that you take in is going to form a paradigm. It's going to form a paradigm. You need to have a paradigm shift. Because all your life, living here, you have this that you need to buy this on credit. You don't have what, right? You can buy this on credit. You can buy that on credit. So all your life you're eventually paying debt. There is a pathway out of debt. There's a pathway that you can pay cash for everything you need. All right? We're talking about going to this thing. I said, don't worry now, we'll just trade. We'll do it at high flight. So we'll just trade out the money, buy the flight ticket. Between 1 a.m. and I'm telling that money for my flight ticket, to and fro, everything I need to do. And when we get to Eastern, we'll see trade. We're listing on Monday, we'll trade Monday. We're listing on Tuesday, we'll trade. On Wednesday, we'll trade. There is a bishop, always when I met the bishop, money lost value to movement in life. When I learned this thing, money lost value to me. Hey, money, people abroad, $1,000. I make money like and coming down. They called me by 1 p.m. I think they're coming down. Yet I live in Africa. I live where?
In Nigeria.
I live in Nigeria. Money gives you option. Once you have money, you have everything. If I don't even know the difference between you America and where. Money gives you road. Just buy a Jeep. I did a video. The video the video for this. I think it's in my house. When they saw this, did you do this video in America? I said, "No, no, my house in America, in Abuja." All right. I think the only difference is that you can travel at any time. We were going to the airport last night. I said, "Oh, what? By this country, we're passing. You can't pass here by this time in Nigeria." That's what the good thing here. That well, all right. So it's not rocket science. The excitement what any man knows can be taught to someone else. What any man knows can what? Be taught to someone else. So you're out there on YouTube Live, on Instagram, you can absolutely learn how to get out of there. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right? You're welcome. So with that being said, I want to celebrate everyone. You got value. You're going to practice. You got value. I'm looking at this way. What is Nigerian time? Because for Auntie, so you enter. Shall be chopping money here. I don't know. All right, so let me know you. Yes, sir.
You
Thank you, sir.
All right, Auntie, and I'd like to ask a question.
Yes, sir. Can we have a second mic so that the people online can hear your question?
So basically, I want.
You can sit down, right?
All right. I'd like to feed my curiosity. How long have you been trading?
20 years.
20 years. Now, you see, there's a lot of skepticism surrounding trading.
Absolutely.
Like me, I'm a very big skeptic. That I've stayed up many nights watching different people trade from different platforms, and it sometimes whenever this person comes up, a certain person comes up, I go put it in the BBB, Better Business Bureau, to see whether they're trade. And 9 times out of 10, well, let me be fair, half of the times they don't seem to be doing the real thing. They actually are selling the hype. You know, they sell the hype, and sometimes at some point they were being tracked down because of that. They charge you for, let's say, about $300, $400. Then now what they do is they'll come and put it at a minimum rate of maybe $37, $40. Now that $37, $40 adds up when you have about 2,000, 3,000 people paying for that site. Well, that's the height at that low price. So, yes, you've traded, you've made your money. You said you did an instance where you traded between the airport when you were launching, but nothing is guaranteed.
Absolutely. The market's guaranteed.
But
There are no guarantees in the market.
what assurance is there, if any, that one can make a certain amount of money on a steady basis per day?
Thank you so much. Now you see, forex is the most misunderstood industry, right? And the reason why it's the most misunderstood is we have, like you said, a lot of scammers. Okay, but the fact that there is a fake proves that there's an original. If there's no original, there can't be. All right. So 1 second, please. You were here yesterday, right? And you sounded like him, right?
To an extent.
To an extent. And you took one of the I called, right?
Yes.
And you forgot that you even took a trade.
Yes.
And then eventually you took one-on-one and picked your phone and said, you didn't put TP on this phone, on this trade.
Sure.
As at the time I saw that trade was around $4,500. Right?
Yes.
Then you now put TP TP, I remember I put that TP at 42.83. And it closed at 4,882 fraction. That was his first time. There was also another lady seated here yesterday, which made about $200. Something happened for him. So what we do in 2.0 is we ensure you do that consistently. The only challenge I have, which I told him he was also going to fall into that trap, is never knowing when to say it. Because if you don't get to know when to say it's enough, you might be trying. He was going to be making $1,000. He was going to continue trading today. I said, stop. Withdraw that one. Withdraw it. The money in the empty for is not your money. Because the market can take it back from you. After some time, I'll check my contract. I'm going to take my money. So it's actually why it's not about our system. Our system has 98% win rate. 90%, 98%. There are weeks that we trade and we don't lose a single trade in the week. You can ask her. You can ask. We don't lose a single trade in it. And I'm tired with that, like on average. We call out that week. I called out 24 trades. We didn't lose one. We did not lose one. But the challenge is not going to be your greed. So that's why yesterday I told you, I said, set a specific goal. Once you achieve that, we'll get out of the market. He says, I can't just try to make some money. I said, the problem of trying to make some money, the market might take what you need. So that's where the challenge is going to be. If you can control your greed and you set a specific goal. So, sir, how much would what is for you can make it?
5,000.
That's serious. Who was that again?
We're together.
Why? Why is it that I don't want 5,000?
I paid the mortgage at the car.
Everybody in the US wants 5,000. Why is that? Can you people please answer me? Everybody wants 5,000. Why do you people want 5,000?
It's a start to be able to sleep 8 hours today.
So let me ask you a question. How much APP are you willing to put in your trading account? You get 5,000.
How much does it take?
If you want to make 5,000 a day, you should have 50,000 in your trading account. So that's 10%. And you better make that. Yeah. No, please don't say that.
I made almost 50% yesterday.
Have you seen what the challenge is? Have you seen what the challenge is? So every day now she expects to make 50%. But that doesn't happen. You can see the challenge again. We were in the car together.
It replaced $40.
That's the challenge.
That's
You know what? I'm coming out.
So, realistically speaking, to be able to read about 100, between 300 and 800 a day. A day.
What's the question?
Between 300 and 800 a day.
no profit.
To be able to go out between 250 and 100 a day.
You want to make how much a day?
Between 250 and 800.
Between 250. No, I always like specifics. Give me one.
400.
You want to make 400 a day?
Yes.
This is what I think to do well off the control. Say if you have 1,000, I can show you how to make 300. So you can do the math. If I can show you how to make 300 a day in houses, so then you will know what you need to have if you want to make 400. So did you get that, sir?
Yes.
So if you have 1,000, I can show you how 300 a day.
So another question, would that instant, would that start immediately or is it?
Have you traded? Have you traded?
No.
So if you've not traded, please start. So when you get up 2.0, the first thing I want you to do is you're going to do more trade. So we'll teach you how to take the trade, all right? And we'll now set up a demo account for you. A demo account is not your real money; it's a practice account. And I want you to practice for like a week. So every day you send me your results. I'm going to look at them. Once I see that your results, you're taking the trades properly, and
What are your instructions?
yeah, you're following instructions. I came to my place of trading and it's trading. So once you're doing it that way, then you can go like that. Then I'll show you. So our target on your demo account will be to be for you to be doing that 300 consistently every day for 1 month. Then I'll show you. You know what? You can do this now. Put your money.
So you use real money in the demo account?
No, the demo account is not real money. It's virtual money. Yeah, it's not your real money. You don't use your real card. Yeah, that's what you people do here.
Yes.
In Nigeria, you register in the government school, you use your card to learn. Oh, here you use your own card.
You can use it, you can use your own card here.
Oh, yeah, we have that school. Okay. You can also use your own card here anyway. So it's not your money you use to learn, all right? So, is that what all right, fantastic. Any other question, please? Any questions? Any other person with a question? All right. All right.
So what's the most you lost?
There are days I've lost $10,000. Collectively, I've lost, there was a period I lost $100,000.
Good one.
I was doing what I was doing. I didn't know when to say it enough. So I lost $100,000. But the power of trading, the power of knowing what you're doing, that you can manage. So I've made that money back many times over. And I've learned not to do that again. So any other question? No questions. Yeah, please, I want 1 or 2 questions. Did you get any value today? Can you share with us what value you got today? This session, did you get any value? Did I add any value to you today? From this session, did I add any value? From this session, I'm sorry if I added any value. It's not for me. Imran says value makes the difference in results. Value makes the difference in results. The values you create determine the results you get. All right, so Instagram Live, thank you guys for joining. We will be getting off Instagram now. Hear me, I will show you how to get started, all right? Let's now focus on the people right here in Maryland. Bye for now.
Also, global from YouTube live.
Yeah, we'll be live again later. We'll be here today, tomorrow, Sunday. Then we'll hear for this time and Bye. All right, so is that ready? No, it's not. You can yes. So sorry, please. We're trying to set up a slide. All right, so let me have your attention, please. $77. So, bros,
We don't attend the stop loss.
I just break even. Right? Today I thought to break even. So, move your
I didn't even put any stop loss.
so just your entry. When did you enter? So you
I
break even.
start at 42.97.
You enter that.
See that?
Just 5 minutes.
You kind of close.
I entered very. So she made money yesterday. She's making money today. All right, please, everyone. Let's close the trade, and I need your attention. Please close the trade. I need everyone's attention. Those who enter, please close all trades. Close all trade. I need your attention. Doctor, close all trade. I need your attention, please. That's the one thing we trade. That's the power of this. I think I'll. All right, so everybody close. Let's drop our phones, please. I need your undivided rapt attention. All right, so sorry, you might want to sit here now so that you can. So the name of the company is called Wealth Hub, the Wealth Hub 2.0. Now we say our logo is Wealth Creation through Education. Wealth Creation through talking about knowledge and learning. Let's go to the next slide, please. Wealth creation through wealth education. The next slide.
Just click on the second slide.
Just a second. Sorry, I don't think this is the right slide. And so we have the correct one now. All right, so the name of the company is Wealth Hub 2.0, and Wealth Hub 2.0, our motto is creation through because knowledge is actually the key, but the right knowledge. It's not every kind of knowledge. Remember, we said that formal education will give you self-education will give you education. Right? Formal education will give you a job, but it's self-education that leads to rich. Wealth education, when you're wealth educated. The reason why people say people are not broke, people are broke not because they don't have. People are broke because they are not well. When you're well educated, you understand how money works. It doesn't matter your current position, you can always get yourself out of it. Because you have the right knowledge, you have the right information. So Model 2.0, we concentrate on not just, like I was asking the question, we concentrate on not just getting this, but we also show how to integrate those tricks now that are consistently profitable. So that at some point, you no longer need us. You can be independent of your own. All right. At some point, I need a system to learn. All right. Maybe that's why I had to come to America because I learned from an American system. That was 2015. And I started learning how to trade in 2015. I started learning how to trade. Are we good? Now, so let me just go on. So wealth education through wealth creation through wealth education. So we have a disclaimer. Disclaimer says, are not an investment company. We are not an investment platform. We do not handle clients' funds. We don't trade for you. We don't do ROI return on investment. We don't have anything to do with your money. Right? Our disclaimer also said that we are not licensed financial advisors, so we don't give you financial advice. We're brokers. Okay? What we do is we provide information. You have to decide what you do with the information. Are we together? We give you information. It is up to you what you do with that information. Someone can take the information, apply it, and you can take the information and while doing this presentation, apply it that to $1. Well, we're all today. It's $1 good money. That's in less than 50 an hour. Is that some good money? So she took the information and she applied the information. Remember, I didn't give specific instructions. I said, well, this is what gold is buying. That's your decision. So she decided to act on that information. She took it and the rest is history, like we'd say. Okay, so she took it and the rest is history, like we would say. Thank you, ma'am. So, Wealth Hub 2.0, wealth creation through wealth education. Let's have the next slide. So the next slide is our vision. About it. Our vision is to impact 500,000 Africans and African households in the diaspora. So in Africa, we're already empowering and impacting people. The reason why we're here is to impact on Africans in the diaspora. Let's have the next slide. Thank you. Right, so the next slide is the disclaimer. It says Wealth Hub 2.0 is a company that offers technology, education, and innovative services through a membership. What does that mean? You need to pay a certain fee to be a member, all right, and to be able to have access to the products. We are not brokers and we do not provide financial advisory services. Okay? We don't have access to your funds and do not touch your money. We have nothing to do with your funds. Let's have the next slide. All right, so in Nigeria, where we are licensed by this is the, I don't know what you people will call this in America, against money laundering. So we are licensed by them for what we do. So this is our vision. Let's go to our vision. This is our vision. It says creating a community of people. So what we do in Maryland is to create a community of people who leverage on financial education and personal development to maximize the benefits in the world's largest money market. Now, the world's largest money market is the forex market. It does $7.6 trillion every single day in turnover. Let's have the next slide, please. It says Wealth Hub 2.0 is a subsidiary of Wealth Academy Hub, a financial education and personal development hub with a combined team of professionals who have over 17 years experience in the foreign exchange market. We provide quality financial education and support within the foreign exchange market, systematically analyzing and optimizing data for maximum efficiency in the world's largest money market. Let's have the next slide. So who are we? Wealth Hub 2.0 is a fintech solution service provider in the foreign exchange market. We do not handle clients' funds. Please pay attention. We do not handle client funds. We are not, and you can see the not is in capital. We are not an investment company. We only provide financial education services. We are not a financial institution. We do not provide financial advisory services. Let's have the next slide. Thank you. So the next slide is our roadmap. You know, our legacy, our plan. So we have a 10-year roadmap. So 2024, when we started, introduction to stockbroking. I think that training is ongoing now. We train people every Friday on how to buy stocks, because when you make profit in the forex market, you want you to take it out from there, buy stocks, invest in stocks, invest in bonds, all right? Invest in the capital market. We teach you how to do that. That training is ongoing. They start by 7 p.m. by one of the best in the world. All right. So stock exchange, real estate, e-commerce, setting and running your own e-commerce, how to legally migrate to America, Canada, for people who want to do that from Africa. We teach them how to do that. So 2025 to 2026, application and subscription to the Wealthy Place, which is World Community Housing Project. So we will help everybody own their own home in a gated community. If you live in this part of the world, we want to help you pay off your mortgage so you're not indebted to anyone. How? Through the profit we help you in the world's largest money market. 2026 to 2030, completion of the Wealthy Places and estates that we're going to have in Lagos, Port Harcourt, Asaba, Abuja. Then for you people here, we just help you pay off the mortgage because you already have your own homes. All right. So then our goal, and I do pray that those of us here, we should be part of this vision. Our goal is to create 5,000 million through the foreign exchange market. All right, let's have the next slide. So this is our community housing estate. It's called the Wealthy Place. We're developing this estate in Abuja, Asaba, and Lagos. All right, so they are gated communities, smart homes. You can buy into them. Then you're not sweating or taking money from your pocket for it. You're paying for it from the profits that we have to make every day in the forex market. So if you're in the Western world, that goal is to help you pay off your mortgage. All right, let's have the next slide. So wealth creation through wealth education. We do forex training, forex trading education, crypto education, indices, capital market, real estate, and of course, lifestyle. We call the lifestyle trade and travel. So next year we're going to be traveling around the world, trading, making money on the go, paying the bill, visit Dubai, Mexico, different parts of the world. Those who have the time. Yeah, trade and travel. Of course, Americans are included. Let's have the next slide. So this is our certificate of incorporation. So we are not a fly-by-night company. We're duly registered, we're duly incorporated and licensed to do what we're doing. Next slide, thank you. So this is our Chief Visionary Officer, our CDO, the Chief Visionary Officer. His name is Uriel Ezago, who happens to be me. A mindset development coach and a mentor. Our Chief Visionary Officer is a seasoned entrepreneur with over 18 years experience and a master's degree in public administration. Let's have the next slide, please. Then you have Blessed Champepeze. This woman is a wizard when it comes to trading. She kills the market. She's a mass statistician, all right? She has a master's in business administration. She's our dean of studies. Let's have the next slide. Then we have Dr. Dipe Osalo, who lives in Atlanta. She is the head of international business development. And of course, we have Professor Ezekiel Sunday. He's the assistant and dean of studies, World Hub 2.0. Then the next slide is the cash flow quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. Robert Kiyosaki categorizes the whole world into 4 quadrants. He said, this is how people earn money. Number 1 quadrant, you have 65% of the population of the world in that quadrant. These are people who work 9 to 5. They go to jobs every day. They exchange energy for money. The challenge with exchanging energy for money is that at some point you're going to be tired. You no longer. So that's why when you get tired, what you do to you, they retire you. So you're already tired and they tire you a second time. All right? Then you have the other categories. 35% are self-employed. These are people like engineers, people like lawyers, like nurses. They need to show up every day. So what do? They exchange their time for money. They give you their time. You guys pay lawyers per hour, right? So they give you their time, you give them money. The challenge with that way of earning money is that time is limited. At the end of 12 hours a day or 24 hours a day, you can't work in them. You need to go to the rest. Now, but there is another category of people. You have the business owners. Now, the irony of this is that both sets of people, they make up 95% of the population of the world. The irony is that 95% only earn 5% of the wealth of the whole world. 95%. That's why we hear the bottom is way too crowded. Then you have business owners, 4% of them. Business owners are people like Dangote, people like Mike Zuckerberg, people like yourself, people like name them for me, like the owner Jeff Bezos. Who else? People who have built systems. I remember we said the acronym for the word system is what? Save yourself time, energy, and money. People that have built system and the system works for them whether they show up or not. All right. So what is the system? I'm here right now, but there's a training going on. If you log in on Zoom, there's a training going on real estate. Tomorrow, this presentation I'm doing here, you're going to do it for the whole world on Zoom. I'm not the one doing it, I'm not there. So we build a system that operates whether I'm there or not. It doesn't matter. All right. Then you have 1%. 1% are investors. Now, say with me, poor people work for money. With me, poor and middle class people work for money. Rich people have money working for them. So rich people are the investors. They've learned out. You say you want to pay $5,000 a day. Right? Okay, you have $50,000. Take your $50,000, put it here. There's your money working for you. You can give you $5,000 a day. But the difference is he's in control of his money. He's not giving us his money. His money is in his hands. He controls it. He determines. That's why I told him stop trading. His money is in his hands. Chairman, don't talk to this now. Go still in my own. He continue trading. He's making money. Making money can be addictive.
Yes. Yes.
All right, so let's have the next slide. Now, so this is why you need to do this. Warren Buffett. How many of us we know Warren Buffett? If he gives you a financial advice, you think it's what you're going to take. He says, until you learn how to earn money wisely, you will work all your life. And that's why people here, you work all your life. So what Hub 2.0 does for you is to show you how to earn money while sleeping. All right? So I think how they trade all the way. And the trade is still running. My phone is down here. All right? So let's go to the next slide. Why Forex? It's the world's largest money market. $7.5 trillion to come over in this market. This is where you should be. Okay? Let's have the next slide. So, World Hub 2.0 allows less experienced traders and people with zero knowledge in Forex trading to utilize the skills of master traders in building their portfolio. So you do many things, like doctor, never traded, zero knowledge. Like himself, never traded, zero knowledge. World Hub 2.0 allows you to leverage on our skills and grow your portfolio every single day. So let's have the next slide. So what and who is a broker? Brokers are regulated. They are the ones that gives us access to the financial market. All right. Then the next slide, the brokers are working. So here in America, we work with a broker called Coinex. Right? Coinex. Enoch will give you the details of that on how Coinex works. In Nigeria and other African countries and Europe, we work with financial, Forex, and of course with some. I think Forex is not in America because I keep trading on my own Forex account. So the next one, man. So why these brokers? They are regulated, they are licensed, they are legal, and that's where we work with them. Now, trading is risky. Next slide. Trading is risky, so do not trade with only the amount that you can afford to lose. Don't use your house rent to trade. Don't use your children's school fees to trade. Don't use your medical money for your medical bill to trade. Let's have the next slide. So this is how you become a member of World Hub 2.0. You can come in with a monthly subscription, which is $100 everything. I actually discovered that. Why do I discover that? Because it's the education that will allow you to become profitable. It doesn't give you access to education. It only gives you trade ideas. And you have the quarterly, which is the signals plus education. But the best way to actually get to World Hub 2.0 is the annual package, which is $1,000. That gives you the trade signals He gives you the education, he gives you the life training, he gives you one-on-one mentorship. That's what gives you access to me. You can sit one-on-one, you can physically while I'm here, you can call me at any time, you can jump on a Zoom, you can pick my brain, I can show you exactly what I do. So it's the mentorship package that gives you access to that. And people who are on the mentorship package, the lady I translate her video, will translate to you. She has 10x. So if you subscribe with $1,000, she has over $10,000 from the person. She's bought online and made $10,000. I have that video on my YouTube, on my Instagram. Go on my Instagram to see that. All right, so let's have that. So we have leadership and personal mentorship. We have mentorship, leadership, because everything rises and falls on leadership. Everything rises and falls on leadership. Your success is always a determinant of your growth, or your growth is a determinant of your success. So getting started, the next slide, getting started, taking the first step is the most important. So he came yesterday, he took the first step and he started. The doctor came in yesterday, took the first step and got started. And that's how it is. The Chinese proverb says the journey of 1,000 miles does what? Begin to the first stone. So let's tell it on the mountain. Next slide. So when you help us share this information with people, you get paid or you get rewarded for sharing the information. So if you have someone who subscribe on the monthly package, you get $20 every month the person renews their subscription. You have people subscribe on the quarterly package, you get $50 every month the person renews their subscription. You have someone subscribe to the annual package, you got $100 every time. So my advice is refer some people on the quarterly, refer some people on the annual, so you get that money flowing in every time. So how do you get started? Next slide. You choose your package like he did yesterday. He did that annual. You make the payment. Then we put you on the channels where you get the trade signals. He's already you will get he's already there. Where you get the trade signals, and you also get the education. Then of course you get the link of the person who received you, and you use the link to create your trading account. All right. So the next slide. See you at the top. Why do we want to see you at the top? The bottom is way too crowded. So we're going to do a little bit of practicals. So do you have your phone? It doesn't matter. So please quickly. You have your phone, but you don't have the trading platform. If you want to trade it, I need to chat. So we're going to go to the practical session now. But before we go to the practical session, I still want to ask if anyone has any question. Do you have any question? So this is my chat. So can we look up? Okay, all right. So in analyzing the market, we use a platform that is called TradingView. All right. We use a platform that is called TradingView to analyze the market. I basically trade gold. So I basically trade gold. But let me go to the plain chart. This is the plain chart. Okay. So right now we say that the market is on an uptrend. The market is in an uptrend. Why is the market in an uptrend? Because it has been high since yesterday. So when you come here from this point here, an uptrend means that the market is what? When we say the market is in an uptrend, what does that mean? It means the market is buying. Please, I want participants that showing up is what? 10%. Participation is 90%. Okay, so with this, auntie, it's something like that. So with this, the market is in a, sorry, I didn't know. So gold is in an uptrend. When we say the market is in an uptrend, it means the market is buying. So remember in the forex market, we're either buying or we're selling. We're either doing what? We're either buying or we're selling. So we're either buying currency. Okay, you can buy any currency that is paired against the US dollar is called a major currency. Any currency that is not paired against the US dollar is called a minor currency. And you have commodities like gold, like silver, diamond, wheat, crude oil. So those of you that the Nigerian government has refused to give you crude oil trading license, you can trade crude oil here without license. Okay, and you have precious metals. Then you have stocks. You trade stocks, you trade things like US 30. That's the stocks of the 30 biggest companies in America. You have NAS 100, NASDAQ. You can trade NASDAQ here. SP 500, S&P 500. You can trade it here. So a whole lot you can do with this application once you have it. All right, a whole lot you can do with this application once you have it. So do we all have demo account? You have a demo account. So have we showed them how to take trade? No, I will. So can you show them how to take trade on demo? So you know how to take trade? She doesn't know how to take. So please let me show her. So remember what I said, where I either buy or sell it at every point in the market. So when you want to say that, let's say gold now, if you're buying gold, what you're saying is that based on your analysis, you expect that the US dollar is weak. So the US dollar is losing strength, meaning that gold will go up. Are we getting that? So gold is paired against the US dollar. Can we see that? So based on what I just told us a little while ago, when you look at the market in an uptrend or a downtrend, so what's the meaning of uptrend? It means what? This is a very intelligent audience. Please put your hands together for yourself. So an uptrend means that the market is buying. And we have a saying in the forex market, we say the trend is your friend. Never go against the trend. Now, because whatever the banks, the Bank of America, the Bank of England, JP Morgan, what other bank? Morgan Chase, Central Bank of Nigeria, all the banks of the whole world will trade for it. Soros, is that his name? That guy that always fight. Yeah. It's one of the biggest forex traders. That's why I have so mess up anything. Warren Buffett, Donald Trump, all these guys don't trade with 5,000, 50,000. These are people that drop one to change the market. This market that is in an uptrend now, if Soros enters this market and decides to buy, drops $10 billion on sale. Everything go everywhere in the world. And market is that. So what we do is learn how to understand what they are doing per time and just do it. If you fight them, you make money. But if you learn how to follow them, you make money. So remember that story in the Bible where that woman said to Jesus that even the dogs can eat from the crumbs that fall on the master's table. These are $1,000 a day. It's crumbs from the master's table. Your $5,000 a day is crumbs from the master's table. The people that make $1 billion a day from this people. They make crazy money from this one. So when the market is in an uptrend, you're saying that when you are analyzing that the market is in an uptrend, you're saying that the dollar, the American dollar is weak. Now, gold is what we call a safe haven currency. We call gold what? Safe haven. So there are certain currencies that when there are uncertainties in the world, investors move their money away from the American dollar and put in those currencies. So like Trump hijacking that vessel, that oil vessel from Venezuela a few days ago, that created panic. So investors move their money from the dollar and put it in gold. Because precious metal is safe. And you know the market also does crazy things. Can you see that correction? Look at that red line. Yeah. That's correction. So the market, look at that comes down. Look at this candle. If you try to get, we'll get the point that. So look at this red line. See this red line? Yeah. Coming down up to this point. Yeah. So we call those lines that you see, we call them candles. Okay? We call them what? So they decide what the market does. They are called the Japanese. So in an uptrend, you look for opportunities to buy. Okay? So why do we want to buy in this market? That line that I put, that red line under it is called a trend line. Now, if you notice that price has not broken that trend line since yesterday. As long as price does not close below that line, it tells you that the market is still in an uptrend. But when price closes below that line, there's a shift in the market. You start looking for sales now. I'm not telling you to buy. I'm trading. I'm not calling you trading. All right. So what we do in 2.0 is to show you how to understand this. Then remember, you're brand new. You're learning. So you don't have to understand this now. We will study it. I will give you the data. I will tell you buy at this point, exit the market at this point, sell at this point, exit the market at this point. So is that data that we give you, that is how you earn money. That's why I told you if you have $1,000 in your account, I can show you how to do $500 at $300. All right? Are we together? Are we together? So right now, you don't have to understand the chart. There was a particular period in my life I was just like you. It looks like green to you, right? Yeah. But every one of those bars, whether red or green, is dollars. Every single one is money. This is the world global financial market headquartered in New York. This is where the whole world is. Every trader, whether in UK, Indonesia, Pakistan, Cameroon, Nigeria, Saudi Arabia, Donald Trump, which of what is what they used to do. So if you have a demo account, let's show you how to take trade. So if you have a demo account, let's show you how to take a trade. So let's take a buy on gold. Let's take a buy on gold. I need help, please. Let's take a buy on gold and let's make our TP. Let's make our TP stands for take profit. Let's make our TP 22.98. So let's take a buy on gold and let's make our TP 298. So if you take it before you start writing down, but the market will just be done. So when I say take a buy, you come here, you click this way, or that, you click this. Click back. Oh, sorry, back. So when you click that buy, you now come here, you click this way. I need help, Pastor, please. Leave your own trade now. Let's help you. So you type in here, 42, yes, so you executed that trade. So what this means is, whenever price gets to 42.98, whether you're watching your phone or not, it takes you out. It just goes on your phone automatically. But I advise people, because I'm not a swing trader. I advise people because I'm not a swing trader, because there are different categories of traders in the market. We have swing traders, we have day traders, we have intraday traders, then we have scalpers. Swing traders are like position traders. They can enter a trade today and the trade will last for another 1 week. They will just enter the parameter, forget it, and go away. All right? But I don't trade that way. And a scalper. So a scalper is looking to make sharp money. A scalper is looking to make sharp money. A scalper is looking to $300 a day, $1,000 a day. Not even 5,000. Scalper is 5,000. You said I want to trade 5,000. Any amount is okay as long as you have the
Which one is this? Is the right option.
There's no better option. It's your personality. There's no better option. It's your personality. Your personality determines the type of trader you want to be. So the market will reveal to you your personality. So what's or a position trader. You want to take long trades. So you want to enter a trade now. Okay. The swing trader might know that okay, at some point gold is at 41.79. So a swing trader might just take a sell. Okay. Let me give you a slide example what happened yesterday. I remember that yesterday while we were at the second session, I said gold is going to go up to 407. I don't have the time to book it, so it's going to be doing session. Me, I'm just buying. So I take the buy and take the buy and do a small outside. Gold eventually faded and has gone beyond. So a swing trader takes his trade and goes his. He knows that whatever happens in the market, even if it takes 1 week, things is going to come to this point eventually. So at some time, he will be negative. You look at his, they don't even look at their phone. He will be negative, but he doesn't have. He looks like it. But for me, I don't have that patience. I want to collect my money now and not have issue. So when I want to trade, like I did this morning, I dedicate 3 hours of the day to trade, or 4 hours. I sit down, I don't, because I was telling you, when you're trading or when you're taking our trades, please avoid distraction. I was trading my TP studio. There's somebody started something from Nigeria. I forgot I was trading. I continued that chat. Now I lost about $400. That distraction. So when I'm trading, I don't want anybody distracting me. I just focus on that dedicated time. I make my money. I close trading for the day. I do what I do. Please, when you're trading, focus on the trade. All right? You can leave your stuff. That's the profit. Yeah, you can take your stop loss at 42.82. That's a little bit big. I don't expect so the same thing.
On the map, so this extends if this trade, what the stop loss means is if the trade for any reason, because I have your this trade is used for example and the capillary purpose. I didn't really understand. So if this trade for any reason should pull back to 42.82, it will cut you out in that thing and you don't lose up your money. What the stop loss does is this is the amount I'm willing to lose. If the trade comes to this level, I don't want to lose more than then if this is the amount I want to make from this one, like it says 5,000. It says parameter when it gets to 5,000, lose it out of the quantifier. So are we together?
Yes, so it's clear, similar setup.
Is there a similar setup for the swing?
Yeah, it's the same setup. It's just that the swing trade is a long-term trade. All right? It's a long-term trade. So, a swing trader might come here. The swing trader might take a sell here. The swing trader might take a sell here, right? And put his take profit below here on this blue line. And go his way. He knows it's going to take a long time. You look at, but you know that eventually the price will come here. Right? It takes 1 day, it takes 3 days, it takes 1 week for price. You never price them to close the market profit. The price eventually also look on to close the market. Because you don't win all the time. Can I have your attention? There are wins and there are losses. You will not win all the time. But the important thing is your losses. Let your wins be more than your losses. That is what. So that will show you how to do it. But right now, on 2.0, we calculate everything for you. We'll drop it on that group. That's why I said they should show you how to do it. Platform. But we do all the calculation, we do all the analysis, we do everything for you. Your own is just execute. Okay? Your own is just execute. Yeah, because this is an example. I don't really analyze. Normally, if I analyze the trade, we give you profit. So when you subscribe and you're the channel, you're going to see TP1, you see the data. TP2, you see. So it has the same entry. So at the same point, you enter TP1, TP2, TP3. The only difference is the amplitude. So TP1 is normally shorter. TP2 is more. TP3 is longer. Then bigger is SL is stop loss. SL stop loss. Stop loss is market. Please, I'm not willing to risk more than $10 on this trade. So if the market goes against me and my loss gets to $10, please me out of the market. TP is going to make $100 from this market. So once the market is in my favor, it gets to $100. Don't be greedy. Yes. So questions, please. We'll be ending this first session today, so I can take a break. What time is the second session for? So any questions, please? Any questions? So no questions. Girls, please come.
So what if you said signal give us 3 TP? Are we supposed to enter the 3 position quickly?
Yes.
You just enter one.
No, you
And put the 3
and the three stops. Yeah. So your entry point is the same, your stop loss is the same, the only difference will be the take profits.
About the red lines.
The one I put.
Yes, how do you determine the red lines? Because what is that? Funds. And that means that you stay in the van from the beginning to the end. That means you still have opportunity to buy. How do you determine that?
Okay, so that we do at the training. So now you can see where it started from. You can see where the line started from. Just notice that from that point, that was the lowest low. If you look at that chart, that point is so to determine that red line, you just I put the line, you go to the lowest low and stretch a line to your highest high. You understand? That's your highest high now. Just follow the line. Just make sure that the line, you just make sure that the line touches the body of every candle. Can you see the line touching the candle? This is the lowest. This is the highest. Forget those ones. You just this line straight. So you take the straight line up here. If you call that. So if you take a straight line from the lowest. So you can put that. It's called a trend line. I just want to know the trend. You know a trend. A trend means direction. So I want to know the direction of the market. So I put a trend line. So we're going to teach you how to go along.
Three, usually give them three.
We give everybody.
Yeah, I mean,
Including you. Now we have training for new people. We have one stop loss is the same. No, stop loss is the same for the three positions. The entry price is the same for the three positions. The difference is the profits. So TP1 is smaller. TP2 is more. TP3 gives the most money. Same stop loss, same entry. Any other question? No. Yes. How do the week Monday market is open Monday to Friday? There's no specific time. Okay, so we have 4 sessions of the market. We have the first session in the market in the Tokyo. So after the Tokyo, we have the Asian session starts by around 12 midnight my time, which is around 6 p.m. your time, and it trades to 8 a.m. my time, which is the what time there? Be 2 a.m. your time. Now, by that time, the London session, which is the biggest market in the whole world, opens. The London session opens by 8 a.m. and it's about 4 p.m. my time. Then the New York session starts by 1:30 to 2 p.m. New York session is your own time. All right, so you have those 4. Yeah, I trade all the sessions. Like this morning, when I was at week, that was Asian session. So normally, I trade there's no specific time. It depends on market condition. So when you compare to that, you notification on the group. So on your own phone, you activate the notification. So anytime the trade comes here, your phone, just like when you get WhatsApp, your phone beeps, right? So that's it beeps. So you get to know. And so the other ones will come. It comes also into the morning. But I have people here in the US who wake up to the answers.
forex and other things.
Come again.
So I have multiple forex.
When you want to have multiple accounts, you're the one trading it. You want to have multiple accounts. Yes, yes.
I have for different things.
You have one with Brazil. I don't understand. Yes, if Nigerian broker that you're trading with, is that what you're saying? Yeah, you can have account anywhere, but you're the one trading with. That's a whole lot of work. Because you need to account from one platform to one platform to place it.
But then I look for create because
So you have someone trading for you. Okay, that's fine. We don't do that. What we do is we teach you how to do it for yourself. You don't have to have it. You don't control it. You control your money at any time you like with your money. Have full control of it. That's what we do. We teach people how to control it. No, we don't do that. You don't send our signal to anybody outside that. Once we see that, we take it off. Once we share our signal with anybody outside the group, even if you like, we pay for the 1 year subscription. Once we see that, we take it off. So know that from now. Whatever we share on the group, you don't share it with a third party. Once you do that, we have, even if you like, you can because that's our intellectual property. That's our intellectual property. It will be wicked of you not to take our intellectual property. That's all right. We can go sue you for that. All right, so we have that trade. So you can see how the market plays with our mind. Right? Depending on your entry, it's profit now. That depends on your entry. So, all right, so that will be that for this first session. So, how do you get started? Remember, I showed you how to get. You subscribe to the academy. You're either subscribing for the 350 package quarterly. So, you're subscribing for the annual package, which is 5,000. The best way to get started is the annual. Why? It gives you that personal touch, that personal mentor. All right. So you can go ahead and subscribe now. We add it to the trade group. We set up your trades for you, and we show you how to start trading. We show you the education to start learning. We show you how to start trading. We create your trading plan after this thing. We create the trading plan for you. So I ask you how much you do. So we create that plan. All right. Then we're going to have this session by what time? 3 p.m. We're going to have the afternoon session by 3 p.m. and the evening session by 6 p.m. Please, I want to hello. So please, if you got value from any of the time we spent together, can you invite one person, invite two persons, either for the afternoon session or for the 6 p.m. session, or tomorrow, Saturday, what time is for Saturday? 4. So tomorrow, Saturday, 4 p.m. All right? And we share this information. Most people have to be their minds. Okay, so that's what I would have meant. We enjoy the session before this presentation, before we before the session. All right. So we take you through all that to very important. What is created by the mind? The human mind is the most powerful tool for the human mind. Right? So yeah, we always advise. There's always follow up on when we said that when we drop the trade, we said you follow up, you get follow up instructions. All right. Yeah, so we're going to take a quick picture. And after that, those who want to get started, you want to subscribe, you see that. The most importantly, you get started yourself. Then please share this information with people. Our goal is to help Africa in the diaspora get out of this. So who do you want to help get out of debt? If you have sent 5 persons here tomorrow, and you can send persons here tomorrow, and let's really help people get out of debt. Then I also want to know what value have you gotten today, and I'm starting to talk about what value. Yes, sir.
I said,
From the first session, everything.
I'm encouraged, more positive mindset.
Are you recording?
Mindset. Okay. So I'm looking forward to
So
learning.
in the mindset, give me something specific. What stood out for you in the entire, okay, the mindset session, that's the first session. What stood out for you? What did you like better about what you had?
Stay focused and don't be overthinking.
Fantastic. So please, Auntie, I want you to introduce yourself and let us know what you like best about the entire session. From the mindset session to the presentation, the forex session, and the trade that you take. So what do you like best about what you got? What value did you get? So introduce yourself.
My
Yes.
name is Simple Rosa.
All right, ma'am.
Generally, I really feel
Please hold it to your mic. Your
Yeah.
throat can record.
I want to say that Dr. Nabina is a blessing because the work I mean, I really appreciate my being here because I have a better, I'm beginning to know what is good for me to progress and become some better person in the future. Yeah. Have so many quotations you made here. They touched me a lot, especially the one you said rich people make value
For transaction.
for transaction
Without
without being
physically
physically
present.
present
Process
in
that
the
creates
process.
the
Yeah.
transaction.
So I want to be somebody get to sleep and my money will work for me.
Fantastic. Please, let's put our hands together for it. So you can see why it's very important for you to share the information with people and not to keep people store this information and to keep when you share this information with 2 3 persons that will be here either for the next session or tomorrow. Fantastic. All right, let's get to meet you, please.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Salma Jane. I like to take conversation where it is that created by God was it's spiritual. That's really resonated. So that's how I feel.
Please, I will celebrate. All right, sir.
Yeah, my name is Kevin. One. Those in Brazil, some years, but I can get the summary on how to do it. So the summary of what presented that can push me to do to have my own account. So I can own accounts in Brazil.
That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it.
And you something mindset of you believe. Do something after
So please let me put your hands together for this. If you have that here, in Nigeria we call it Vasia. To be a millionaire, you do what? Please let me put your hands together for you. So, I think you do this.
I'm still making some mistakes. Like learning how to trade physically.
So the value I got today is learn how to take a trade. Has that trade hit TP?
Yes.
Okay. Right, fantastic. So, Auntie, let us know what you got here. Now we're going to get to the new one. Your husband will come for you. Pastor, your wife is shy. All right, sir.
The value I got from the value I got from the program is that to change my mindset. There's a from to having a well-educated mindset.
Fantastic. So his value is being well educated. How many of us that took the trade, you took the trade? Has it hit your TP? Has it hit your TP? So how hard did you work to make that money? How hard did you work to make this money, those that took the trade?
Wow.
How hard did you work for this? Are you the one who analyzed it?
No.
Are you the one who did the maths, who did the calculation?
Just imagine that was your own is our account. It's a real money.
His own is his real account. So, Pastor, let us know what value have you gotten from this session?
Still remains the same.
Let's have your attention, please. Dr. Henning, we need the attention here.
Today I still continue to affect myself by level of discipline. You know, within myself, I feel based on everything shown and taught us this morning, create more confidence in me. It has actually increased my level of tension.
Please, let's put our hands together for Pastor. Auntie, over to you.
For me, what I learned is, she said, discipline. I have to follow instruction, she said. Yesterday, I did not follow instruction. I told him, the willingness to learn and unlearn. I think yesterday I had a very bitter experience because I did not really learn. I thought it was what I did. But yesterday, you were telling us, just follow the instructions, nothing, just follow. I did not, I went to open too many positions. It was fine. That's how my account went off. So we taught us today what I learned today is that, and you just follow the instruction. You follow the instruction where you will just see the result like before you. So that way you taught me.
Fantastic. So how many of us here will read the Bible? Can I see your hand if you read the Bible? Have you ever read the portion that says poverty and shame will come to him who refuses to come to him?
Thank you very much, everybody, for coming today. So, wrapping up, right? Yeah. So thank you very much. We call it the cube for we just close the first session. So we want to come on board some started paying $1,000 already. I think I've done payment. So we can just go ahead and we can get those out to $5,000 a day. I mean, quickly register so I can do it only for one day. That's what I'm talking about. From tomorrow evening, there might be some.
Yeah, we'll trade tomorrow.
So there'll be trades there tomorrow. So you need to do your black account. It's very important.
No, let them demo for something.
Okay.
Doctor is not in a hurry to make money. Let them.
No, okay.
I bet you're not in a hurry.
I need to do it.
Yeah. So if you're getting started,